Welcome back to Satisfactory. So glad you're here. All right. So we're here to build some versatile framework, and for whatever reason, I want to drop this down one level. Let it be its own thing. Then we'll have a ramp, a walk space, or two, and then we'll build out. Now we know the blueprint that we're going to be using is the full 4 depth, only 3 long. Put 2 more of those in place. That's roughly 10. We're trying to put down 20 of these, which means if each one is 3 long, if we go 10, then that means we're basically looking at 30. Seems longer than I had planned, but I'm not going to try to argue with the math this early in the morning. Okay. So the idea here is we've got this right over here. We've got our motors and engine. So motors and modular engines. Those modular engines are being shipped over to this storage area. You can see the stacked storage containers and then obviously connected to the space elevator. And you can tell by my completed phase 3 that my modular engines are done. Somewhere in here, well, the output should be 1 more. We were going to line that up like we had a plan. We would line up the output of the versatile frames or versatile framework into this connection right here, which would go into storage, which then goes directly into the space elevator. That's our goal. Now, we don't necessarily have to... Let's look at our blueprint before we talk about what's necessary. Because I think 1 more... just so there's a area to walk. Seems logical to me. And you're listening closely, you can hear that the refinery area is processing, and that's because we did take out a bunch of rubber and a bunch of plastic, but not nearly enough and not nearly in the ratios necessary. So it's starting and stopping a little bit. All right. First thing we want to do is kind of get a sense of our blueprint here. Versatile framework, the one we're looking for. I put the ceiling on this blueprint, and I also put the other wall in since we knew we weren't going to go in that direction. We were only going to go this way and up, but we weren't going to build another building connected to it. So if I put this on this corner, right? Actually, that might be the perfect place. If I put it on this corner, the output is right here. Looks like it lines up perfectly. So let's just move that back. 1. Let's make sure we know what we're talking about here. And then we're going to put this 2. Say 3. Just checking the merger to make sure it's going in the right direction. Go into blueprint mode. Oh, did we? Nope, nope, it's okay. I'm so used to trying to gotta rotate this. That's the problem. Let's build 2 of these. And then we'll just kind of eyeball it from here. And we can easily connect the power. Have those as test beds. Yeah, maybe I do want to give myself one more bit of room here. Then I think what we'll do... I don't design my doors very well for these factories. I definitely look at these as kind of like factory units. If I put a door here, it's going to be a door that's going to be locked. But let's do it anyway. All right, calling an audible here. We're going to connect from below. And let's go ahead and set that connection up, I suppose. We're doing the flexible version. That means we need rubber as well as steel and frames. I am having a thought, which is I'd like to have some localized storage if at all possible. Now let's drop in some organization if we can. Will it fit in here? Just barely. So why localized storage, I hear you asking? Well, while you're building, sometimes you realize after you've built that you need more stuff. sometimes it's hard to recognize that because you're not fully consuming. Let's go. Right, so you're like, oh look, I need a few rotors here, then you need a few rotors there, and then before you know it, you've consumed all of your output in rotors. And so I like to have a little bit of localized storage when I get into the mid-game. So that way, the new thing, while the old thing isn't fully consuming the resources, the new thing gets those extra resources. And when the old thing comes back online, the new thing has a little bit of a buffer. And then there's some time before I start to see a massive drop in production. I could probably just wall this off for the most part. We really need to fix this. But for now, we'll just tap into this. Yeah, I mean, this needs a pretty intense rework. Like, we want to go out like this. We're going to be in the rough a little bit. Then we'll put in a couple of conveyor holes. This is just a little bit of the infrastructure type stuff that gets done. In most cases, on most YouTube videos, in between videos, so you don't see this level of detail. But since we already have the blueprint built, I feel confident that we can build all this wonderful infrastructure and still knock out the build in a reasonable amount of time. Wow, that was a total miss. What was that even connected to? Wow, somehow I made a connection to the storage container there. That's right, I gotta connect the items from the storage containers into our three little piggies in here. You got an easy one, I say take it, right? Do that. All right, there we go. A nice bit of storage for each one of those. Those should be cranking. Yeah, the biggest part of this build is going to be building this. We're going to have to build this part many times. Looking good, looking good. And then somewhere over here, and I haven't decided exactly where yet, we want to try to connect to over there. Right, but for now, let's just store our outputs. Yeah, I just saw an awesome potential screenshot. I love how I'm getting the shadow. All right, let's see if we can pick up the rest of the stuff that we need to finish out the main build here. We've proven that the blueprints are working. Feel pretty confident that the upper level is working as well. Ooh. Still not enough space to quite pick up everything. Looking for my marker, which is the stackables on the left there. Should be far away. Obviously that's wrong because it's matching 3 foundations to 4. And this is wrong because I see the merger outputs, not the stackable supply. Always be careful when you're building blueprints that you're building what you think you're building, because undoing a blueprint is extremely annoying. As far as I know, there's no way to delete an entire blueprint. You have to delete each individual object. And I've made that mistake a couple times, and it's not fun. One more. That's a nice first and second floor. Now we got to build the third and fourth floor here in a minute. I just realized this machine is full of stuff. You know what, though? We're temporarily... We're going to take that out. We're going to put in a conveyor wall. Just to make sure that lines up correctly. And then we'll probably wall off some of this frame with traditional orange walls. Let's see if we can pick up everything we need now. nice having a plastic factory right next to you when you're making use of a lot of plastic. Very convenient. Also, I'm sticking with my idea that you need to have local storage for your build plans, though I might not have pulled enough cable. No, wait. I'm good. I need concrete and steel. I'm overdoing it. $300 more steel. Oh, ever so short on steel. I wonder if I had some of my previous build storage. Yeah, there's a couple hundred in there. Got it. Perfect. That was actually pretty convenient because now we can use this building as our vantage point for this build. What do you think? Framework for versatile framework. No? Two on the nose? Ah, what do you know? Let's see. So the bottom floor takes in stuff this way. Then it gets sent up and then processed down the line this way. So the next level above that can be the same as the first level. Absolute tornado of resources. All right. The big chunk of that build is now done. Now the hard part is going in and putting in all the belting, and I didn't get nearly enough. Actually, give me a cut here. I'm going to go grab some more encased beams. Well, you know, the encased beams are right over the corner. Not a big deal. I need a huge chunk of encased beams, and we do have our encased beam factory right here. Dumping out into this storage container. Also, we're going to grab a little bit of cable while we're at it. I think I'm going to set up a couple of these so you get a sense of it, and then do a cut, then do the second level. But basically, all you have to do now is just find a good way to connect these. Right, it's pretty straightforward. Actually, that was the angle I was looking for. Right on this corner, I can reach this lower piece without intersecting with this belt. Well, I said I was going to cut, but basically did the whole thing. So now we're here, and we need to turn those resources up to this level up here. It's me. My apologies. So we're going to turn these resources up to this next level. We're also going to need to do some power work. Whoa. I totally messed up those heights. Try that again. There we go. So now this lower level hoists its materials up here. And now I just have to connect the belts back the other way. Same corner. Make the connection as easy as possible. Right there. One thing to remember is if you're connecting belts to, like if you're connecting a belt to two things that don't have a direction, so to conveyor lifts, sorry, hold on. Stackable conveyor poles, right? These things don't have a built-in directional. So when you build those belts between those two things, the direction you drag matters, right? But since these both have directions, this is an output, or this is an output, this is an input, it doesn't matter which way I drag this. I can go from the input to the output, or from the output to the input, and it still connects correctly. Just don't get too used to that if you're trying to connect, for instance, stackable conveyor bolts together. Then the direction does matter. I think I'm gonna break my own rule here a little bit. I'm gonna switch over to building power. just so we can start making these things while we're building. I want to get out of phase 3 in the next 3 or 4 videos, which is going to be the next day or two. Nice part is that connects both the first and second level. At least I thought it did. Oh, blueprint failure. I didn't connect the machines to the wall. On the second level. It's all right. Sounds in this game are so good. All right, so yeah, we are definitely going to need to work on our modular frame supply. Steel supply is okay. We're obviously overflowing in rubber, but we need some serious help on the modular frame side of things. That's definitely a problem for a future video. Right now we have the first 2 levels good to go. We might not have left ourselves enough room here. Obviously down there we didn't. I could have moved that over 1 step in the blueprint. Oh, but then we would have a hard time connecting it. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna need one more frame for the floor. We'll put that in. But what am I doing that for? I want to go up. Probably easier just to fly up here and take care of it. When in doubt, build from the faraway thing first, right? Much easier to line this up than the other way around. Oh yeah, we're totally out of frames. How many of these did I build? 20? I probably overdid this. No? No, the biggest one in question is 600 rubber. Obviously, my current belt speed's not going to handle that, but Mark 5s will make it work. All right, so this is all connected. And I don't know. It's basically the same thing over again. So I think I am going to cut at this point. I'll come back once I've completed building these belts, and then we'll just confirm that everything's working the way we expect it to. All right. Be right back. All right, we made it to the end of the 3rd level. Now it's just a matter of connecting these. Totally did that wrong. Back one has to go in lowest. And then we'll build this 4th and final level, connect all these belts, and then I'll be right back. All right, all belts are connected. I might have to come back here and build some sort of cool lighting scheme. But for now, I think we're okay to say this is done. So let's start with the deco. Ooh, we don't have enough steel on us to do the deco. Ironically, we're using a bunch of steel for this construction of these items. Let's see if I left any extra steel beams behind. Not really. It's a lot of stuff, just none of the correct stuff. Oh, you know what, though? I'm willing to bet that my little storage here is going to pay off. What is this? Some items seem to snap to the grid slightly different than other items. Look at all that good stuff going up. All rubber. I'm sure my petroleum platform likes getting used. Then give me a wall. It's just a plain old wall. I don't have any walls around me. Running out of concrete. Don't know that I'm going to have enough iron plates. Wow. Our local construction storage is paying off big time. Big time. Put some concrete foundation in. So this side is kind of the main office, I guess. Put a nice little door in here. Kind of has a hanger motif. Oh, I need silica to build windows. That just reinforces the framework nature of the build. All right. We're going to try to do this. I suddenly... There we go. Ah, I missed it. I missed them all yet again. Boo. All right, so then we're outputting. Let's see, that's 10. Almost exactly. That means that's 12 away, so we have to go about... I think 5 will do it. But we don't want to do 5, because that's going to be wacky. Point here is just to get everything lifted and connected. No manual effort. So I think I'm going to do a double long. Just so people wonder, why is this one double long? See if we can use this to get us to the correct height So technically, this is supposed to be a 2 barrier wall. See if that destroys our methodology for connection. Oh, that was a total miss. That's what I was afraid of. There we go. I know it can't, but it'd be really nice if I could reach, yeah. Like I said, you know it sometimes and you just gotta try it. That should finalize our connection. Goes up into these massive storage bins. And then any second now, we should start to see... Oh, wait. I don't think I've actually... Did you see those 2 frames go by? We definitely are short on frames. There we go. Now we're starting to load up. We might have to double back and make a really awesome modular frame factory here. So there you go. Kind of liking this. Once we go back and improve our resources, we could also come back and tighten up this rubber belt. This part of it's doing okay, right? Just coming out, flipping over, going in. Last little bit of decoration, and then we'll call it. So what do you think? Using the versatile frame, building it with the framework, it's kind of like half built, half unbuilt. Actually, looking at this though, probably rip that out. That's the industrial side, so we're not going to put windows on that side. If we really wanted it, we'd probably wall this off. All right, there you go. Versatile frames, fully connected to the space elevator. Got our first, what, 15% completed? We really want to keep moving. We would obviously need to hook up maybe some steel, but definitely, yeah, steel's rubber. We need some modular frames. That's what we're really missing. Maybe we'll double back and do a modular frame factory. But that is definitely something for our next video. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.